Have you ever thought about moving abroad but couldn't decide on the right country, the right visa, and even the right city? Well, I was in the exact same boat. But guess what? I just made the jump and I'm moving to London on a global talent visa. And in this video, I'll share why this visa was the perfect choice for me and my family and why the UK and London just make sense for my journey. And by the way, if you're curious about how I actually got my global talent visa and prepared my case, I have a separate video on this channel, so check that out too. Hey, it's Valeriia, spelled with a double I, a full-time PA engineer turned freelancer, here to share my exciting journey from the world of remote work to building my own digital business. So glad to have you join me on my way. And if you're curious about life in London, why I made the move, and how I'm navigating the nomadic life with a global talent visa, you are in the right place. I'll be sharing all about my London experiences from work to culture and of course my adventures in the city. So why didn't I choose a digital nomad visa in some tropical paradise like Bali or the sunny coast of Portugal? These places offer some pretty appealing visas for remote workers, sun, sea, and great Wi-Fi. But here's the catch. Those visas, while amazing for short-term adventures, didn't match my long-term goals. I needed something more substantial, something that aligned with my professional growth and my personal vision for my future. Anyway, if you intend to relocate, Google digital nomad visas in different countries because many countries have them. The conditions to apply to them are a bit different, but in general, it depends on your contract with the employer or client, the monthly or the annual income, and of course, your great desire. As for me, I visited over 30 countries and the UK looked most attractive to me. So why the UK? There's just something about the UK that's fascinated me from the first time I visited it. By the way, at first I got a visitor visa to go to the UK and see what's going on there and how I feel in this country. And what I liked most is the mix of history and modern culture, the architecture. I mean, just walking down the streets feels like stepping into a movie sometimes, and it was adorable. Plus, it's an English-speaking country, which makes everything easier when you're building a business and connecting with people. And what about the people here? They're polite, diverse, and there is this sense of multiculturalism that really excites me. And let's not forget one more perk. The UK passport is super strong. It gives you the freedom to travel to so many places without hassle, without visas, which is perfect for someone like me who is always on the move, at least for now. Okay, now let's talk about London. Why did I choose London? And first of all, it's a multinational city. It feels like the entire world lives here. I've always loved such cities. When I lived in Russia, where I'm originally from, Moscow seemed this type of city where all life, events, people, opportunities is gathered. In London, you can meet people from all over the world, which opens up so many new perspectives, friendships, and collaborations. It's also a huge hub for events and communities, so whatever you're into, London probably has it. Even if you don't know what to do on a special occasion, you might Google and find something that you really have never heard of before. And that's so amazing for me to live in such a place, to be part of it. Of course, London is very expensive, but for me, it's better to have a vision of what you can get, even for a good amount of money, rather than just stuck somewhere far from everything, live stable life, and don't grow at all. Do you agree with me? And as freelancer building business, I need to be where the action is. London is packed with business opportunities and networking events. Additionally, the fast-paced life has really fits my work style. Did I mention the architecture again? It's beautiful and inspiring. And don't even get me started on how easy it is to fly anywhere from London. But it's actually located at the center of the world. USA, close. Europe, even closer. Asia, well, still reachable. So now let's talk about the UK immigration visas. When I first started researching my move, I looked into all the options, and the first option was the student visa. And it's great for studying, but too restrictive for freelancing. You can work only 20 hours per week with this type of visa. Studying at any of the UK universities is too expensive. But recently, I even heard of some restrictions for the dependents to apply to this visa. For more information, please refer to the official government UK site. The link will be in the description. And what was the worst point in the student visa for me is that it doesn't lead you to getting an ILR or indefinite leave to remain, and as a result, a British passport. The innovator visa, ideal for certain entrepreneurs, but I wasn't quite there yet. Since the easier one, startup visa was cancelled, where you only had to provide a good business plan with scalable and innovative idea. The innovator visa considers the companies that already have a stable income, their product is innovative and unique, and it's sort of for the second stage of your startup. So it didn't work for me, unfortunately. However, it may lead you to getting documents, which is good compared with student visa. And I think one of the most suitable visa for me, except for the global talent visa, is the skilled worker visa. It is given when you have an offer to an employer who is authorized to be a sponsor for this visa. Further, it leads you to British passport, and it allows your dependents to apply to come with you, and they have the right to live, to work, to study. And it's quite good for me, but not the ideal one. I was afraid to be tied to a particular company because, first of all, it's not guaranteed that I will easily find a new sponsor company to switch to it if something happens at my initial job, or I will get fired, or something else. And the second reason is that all my current goals relate to building my own brand, creating my digital products, and working with clients, but not to be tied to one company, working full-time and having no spare time for anything else. So that wasn't the route that I wanted ideally. And finally, the global talent visa, which is the one I ended up choosing due to its flexibility. So this visa gives me the freedom to not just live and work here, but to really thrive on my own terms. Unlike other visas, I'm not tied to an employer, which is perfect because my goal isn't just stay stuck in one company. My path is building something on my own, and this visa gives me the flexibility to pursue that without any restrictions. I can live, study, or work depending on what I need, and it even leads me to indefinite leave to remain and eventually a UK passport. What's more, I can enter and leave the UK without applying for other visas. And the only restriction that really matters to me is that I must spend no more than 183 days outside the country if I plan to get an ILR in 5 years, and no more than 90 days on average each year if I intend to become a British citizen or get a British passport. And these rules seem tough to me, especially now when I've been traveling constantly for more than 2.5 years. Well, but anyway, I think if I really like the country as much as I do now, it'll be worth to stay here longer. As I mentioned, I'm a full stack engineer, having worked more than 5 years for now in different companies and international projects. Although I didn't have a lot of achievements for this visa, when I just started preparing to apply, I realized that I am able to get enough documents and activities to persuade that I can be endorsed for it. I have a good foundation, my qualifications, and the experience that I've built up over the years. And as a freelancer, my goal isn't to work for the same employer forever. I want to start my own business, switch things up, and explore new ventures. And this visa allows me to do just that. It's about more than just a work, it's about my freedom. As for my plans, I can't say the UK is the final destination in my journey, but it's definitely the place where I can unleash my potential. At least I feel it right now. I've always dreamed of starting my own animation studio, and being here puts me right in the middle of action. I can't wait to attend networking events, cooperate with like-minded people, and really build something meaningful, at least for me and for my close ones. And of course, let's not forget about the perks of holding a UK passport when you love to travel as much as I do. So that's why I chose the UK and the Global Town Visa. It's not just about moving somewhere new, it's about building the life I've always envisioned. I'm so excited for this next chapter, and I'll be sharing a lot more about my London adventures and life as a freelancer here on this channel. So if you're curious about the moving to the UK, freelancing, or just want to see what life in London is like, hit that subscribe button. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!